8 division world champion Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao is looking like he might be returning to boxing versus Mario Barrios for the WBC world title. This is insane. We haven't seen Manny Pacquiao in the ring since he lost to Yordenis Ugas a few years ago, and Manny Pacquiao is getting way up there in age. I don't know how I feel about this this situation. You got to give respect to him though for wanting to get back in the ring. Anybody that step in the square circle, you got to show some respect. Manny Pacquiao is a living legend. He's done so much in the sport. If he doesn't do anything else in the sport, he's already set. Hall of Fame, going down in history as one of the greatest of all time. But I mean, Mario Barrios is a dangerous fighter, y'all. Let's just be honest. I think he won his last 3 fights since losing to Keith Thurman. We know Manny Pacquiao got in there with Keith Thurman even in his older age and got the job done versus an undefeated Keith Thurman. Very, very impressive. I want to give my thoughts on it real quick. Let me welcome everybody back in. It shouldn't be too long of a video. If you guys like this type of content, feel free to smack that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. We do boxing content. We do other types of reaction videos and all of that stuff like that. So I really appreciate all you guys checking in, man. But Manny Pacquiao, like I said before, is a living legend. Done a lot for the sport. You know, his legacy is basically cemented. We know he has this exhibition fight coming up here shortly. I think over in, I'm not sure if it's in Japan. I think it's in Japan. I'm not sure. But he's fighting a kickboxer over there for unofficial fight. I think it's 3 rounds, exhibition. Nothing too serious. However, he looks like he wants to get back in there and compete for a world title versus Mario Barrios in a fight that I think is extremely, extremely dangerous. Just being that Mario Barrios is much more younger and he's a very, very dangerous fighter. I'm pretty sure he's a lot taller than Manny Pacquiao. How tall is Mario Barrios? They have him listed at 6 feet. So Manny Pacquiao is probably every bit of 5'5", 5'6". That could be being generous. But very, very dangerous fight. Mario Barrios had a very entertaining fight with Yordenis Ugas. It went 12. I think he knocked Ugas down a few times. This is back in 2023. And a very entertaining fight. Okay, very, very entertaining fight. But he won UD. He just recently, his last performance, beat Fabian Maidana. And before Ugas, he got in there with Santiago. Okay, those were the 3 fights that he won. He did lose to Tank. And he also lost to Keith Thurman. So I believe those are his 2 losses. I think Tank actually got him up out of there, man. So he has tasted canvas. He has been knocked out or stopped. And you know, still could be a good fight for Manny Pacquiao, but I also think that's a tough fight for aging Manny Pacquiao, man. But do I want to see it? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I'll definitely check in and watch it. Definitely be covering it and talking about it. But I think it's man. I know Manny Pacquiao still got speed. I know he still probably got power. I think power is the last thing to go. But he does have power. He does have speed. But it could be very, very dangerous for Manny Pacquiao. He's definitely a lot older. I don't want to see, you know what I'm saying, anything happen to him. We've seen Floyd Mayweather getting in there for a lot of different exhibitions. I don't have a problem with exhibitions going there. You know, you've done your thing in your career. Go have some fun, make some money. But to compete, you know, at the highest level and compete competitively, you know what I'm saying, it could be very, very dangerous because I think these guys get an opportunity to get in there and fight a guy like Manny Pacquiao. They're going to try to take full advantage of it. I mean, because who wouldn't want to get in there with a living legend, somebody like Pacquiao, somebody like Mayweather, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, to get in there with those guys who's obviously going down as one of the greatest in history. And you get in there and get an opportunity to be successful against them. We've seen Yordenis Ugas get in there with Manny Pacquiao. He took full advantage of it. We seen Mario Barrios get in there and handle Yordenis Ugas. So we know triangle things, you know, don't work in boxing, but at the end of the day, styles make fights. And I think Manny Pacquiao does have some problems with, you know, fighters that's a little bit taller later in his career. We know we've seen him early in his career take care of business against fighters that was bigger than him, but he is a lot older, not necessarily as fast. You know what I'm saying? Still a quick fighter, still has good movement. But for somebody that rangy like that, I imagine it's going to be very hard for Manny Pacquiao to really get in there and land combinations because his arms are a little bit shorter. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you really got to be able to set up combinations, you know, set traps and counter people. And Manny Pacquiao, although he's a smart fighter, he's not necessarily the type to just be a super counter puncher. He doesn't mind getting in there and brawling and mixing it up with you and stuff like that. But I will be tuned in if this fight actually happens. Wouldn't mind watching it. Just don't know if it's a good idea for Manny Pacquiao. But hey, man, Pacquiao has always been proven to be a tough dude. He don't back down from nobody. He's never afraid. A lot of people say he ducked Terrence Crawford, which probably is true, but for the most part, he's a tough guy. But anyway, man, much love, peace, blessings to everybody checking into the video. This your boy Get a Mic. I'll holla at y'all in the next video.